Right, in this objective it is graphing quadratic functions, so for the directions are these, it is to graph them. Number 1, it says y equals 2 times the quantity x plus 4 squared minus 3. All right, so first of all, this is in vertex form, so we can clearly identify the vertex. The vertex is going to be the opposite of the plus 4, so it's going to be negative 4, comma, and then the same as the one on the outside. So the vertex is going to be negative 4, negative 3. The axis of symmetry will be x equals negative 4. It's always just the first value of the vertex. And then I'm going to do my xy table with 3 points. So the one that's going to go in the middle is the negative 4, negative 3. And then if we pick 2 from each side, let's do negative 6 and negative 2. And again, as long as you go in the same in each direction, it doesn't really matter. If I plug in negative 6 and type that into my calculator, I will get 1, I believe. Nope, let's just double check that. Nope, I will get 5, I believe. And then we know if we plug this top one in and get 5, then the one, because it's a mirror, it's also going to be 5. And so then we're just ready to graph those. So I'm going to have negative 6, 5. So to the left 6 and up 5. And then to the left 4 and down 3. And then to the left 2 and up 5. And then we're going to draw a nice smooth parabola. Do no V's on this one. And make sure you draw your arrows. And one thing that I would want to check, this number in front is positive, which means my parabola should be opening up, which it is. Okay, this next one actually is already in, it's in vertex form as well. It might not look like it. There's nothing that goes with the x, so the x part of the vertex will just be 0. And the negative 3 is on the outside, so that will be my vertex. The axis of symmetry is always just the first value of the vertex, so it will be x equals 0. And then once again, I'm going to do my 3 points. The one that's going to go in the middle is 0, negative 3. And I'm going to pick 2 points on either side. If I plug negative 2 in there, I will get 1, which means if I plug in 2, I will get 1. So go ahead and graphing this. We'll go to the left 2 and up 1. We'll stay put and then go down 3. And then we'll go 2 to the right and up 1. And then we'll go ahead. Nice smooth curve. That was not a very good looking one. Sorry about that. And there's that parabola. Okay, number 3, we have y equals x squared plus 8x plus 9. This one is in standard form, so we have to fish out the vertex. So I'm just going to go ahead and make my xy table, but we are going to have to find that vertex. So the first thing that we're going to do is label our a and our b. So a equals 1 and b equals 8, and those just come from the numbers in front of the x squared in front of the x. And then the our formula, remember, is the opposite of b over 2a. So the opposite of b is negative 8, and then 2 times a, 2 times 1 is 2. Which means the x value of my vertex is negative 4. So negative 4 something. I'm going to put negative 4 down here, and I'm going to go 2 in each direction, so negative 6, negative 2. And then I'm going to go ahead and plug negative 4 in. When I do that, let's see, I'll get 16. Give me a second to do this here. Plugging in. Plug in negative 4, I will get negative 7. And then if I plug in negative 6, I get negative 3, which means if I plug in negative 2, I should also get negative 3, which I do. So now I'm ready to graph it. So I'm going to, oops, my axis of symmetry, so that was, the vertex was negative 4, negative 7. The axis of symmetry is always just the first value of the vertex, so it's going to be x equals negative 4. And that's what cuts the parabola in half. So we're going to go to the left 6 and then down 3. Then I'm going to, and then we're going to go to the left 4 and down 7. And then I'm going to go to the left 2 and down 3. And then we're ready to go ahead and to connect it into a nice smooth curve. And there is that parabola. Okay, number 4 is very similar to number 3. Y equals negative 2x squared minus 12x minus 8. Again, I'm going to get my xy chart all set here. Identify my a and my b. My a will be negative 2, and my b is negative 12. So when I do opposite b over 2a, the opposite of negative 12 would be 12, over 2 times my a value. 2 times negative 2 is negative 4. 12 divided by negative 4 is negative 3. So negative 3 is going to go in the middle. And then let's put some things on both sides. I'll get negative 5 and negative 1. So if I find that, let's plug those in. Just give me a second here. If I plug -3 in, I get 10. And then if I plug -5 in, I get 2, which means if I plug in -1, I should also get 2. So my vertex was -3, 10. And again, you're just typing those values in for the x. Make sure you do put them in parentheses when you do that. And my axis of symmetry is just x equals -3. Now I'm ready to graph. I'm going to go to the left 5 and up 2. I'm going to go to the left 3 and then up 10. And then I'm going to go to the left 1 and up 2. And then I'm going to go ahead and connect it into a nice smooth curve. Whoops, missed that one on that side. And there we go. We are set to graphing.